If you lead a team, my guess is you've thought to yourself, I am so frustrated with fill in the name, right? Or the names of people on your team. And in this video, I want to talk about 3 mindsets that I find are most common when I'm talking with clients. I work with folks all over the country, companies that are big and small, and everything in between. And one of the most common things is these 3 buckets of leadership mindset. And I also started to think about this book that I just read, The Gap and the Gain by Dan Sullivan and Ben Hardy, where they talk about the mindset of the gap, right? It's always measuring yourself ahead, right? What you want, what you think you need, where you think you should be, right? I'm here and I'm measuring myself against this ideal. And I'm thinking about the gap, right? I'm really focused on the deficiency. And then the other mindset is the gain, thinking about I was here and now I'm here. Even if it's not the ideal, but if you think back and measure yourself from the past to where you are now and focus on the gain, it's a much more positive mindset. So I'm going to talk about 3 common mindsets of my clients and also just people that I talk to in the home services industry. Restoration, plumbing, heating, roofing. Those are the most common trades that I work with. Okay, here they are. The one is, my people are the worst. They're terrible. They're lazy. They don't care, right? On and on and on complaints about the team. And then I've got the exact opposite. Man, oh man, I am so fortunate. My team is incredible. It's amazing what they are able to achieve, what we're able to achieve together. And then there's this third mindset that is, I'm really frustrated with my team and I don't know what to do. Right? It's not all bad. It's certainly not all good. It's not saying my team is terrible. It's not saying my team is great. It's just saying I'm really frustrated, right? So I certainly have felt like that in the past. I try to focus on all the positive all the time, but let's be honest, sometimes it's not always easy to do that. Sometimes you're just feeling frustrated. Here's what I've found, what's worked for me. I always go right to the mirror. I ask myself, what can you be doing? Focus on one team member. What can you be doing? Scott, right? Me, as the leader. Have I given this person everything they need to succeed? The first question I'll ask a client is usually something around, do they know what's expected of them? Clearly, is it documented? Have you set expectations for them? And do you hold them accountable? So as a leader, right, if we're not doing that, I kind of think of that as the bare minimum. If we're not doing that, I don't know that, at least from my standpoint, I don't feel like I have the right to be frustrated with somebody. If they don't know what I expect of them, and I'm not doing my job as a leader to hold them accountable, to coach them, to make sure that they're getting the support, the training that they need, the encouragement that they need. If I'm not doing those things, I feel like I should be frustrated with myself. I've always had the mindset that if the team is doing well, I give them all the credit. If the team is not doing well, I look at the leadership. I look at myself. Have I done everything? Have I set clear expectations? Am I holding them accountable? Do I have the right person? Right? It could be that you have set expectations. You are holding them accountable. You're giving them all the support they need. And they just either don't want it or they don't have the capacity. Right? I think back to Gino Wickman in Traction, GWC. Do they get it? Do they want it? And do they have the capacity? So maybe it's just not the right fit. But let's not jump there. I think the first approach is to make sure that you're doing a great job as a leader and you're giving them all the tools that they need to succeed. If you want to talk about this more, don't hesitate, book a call with me, and I'll see you in the next video.